Good evening. Thanks for joining us for WENY News at 11 o'clock. I'm Nick Witcherny. We have breaking weather news. We have a team live on scene in Woodhull where there was some major flooding there earlier tonight, and water rescues were underway. They might even still be underway. But first, less than 2 hours ago, a state of emergency was issued for parts of Steuben County. This state of emergency is in effect for the following towns: West Union, Woodhull, Troopsburg, Tuscarora, Greenwood, Canisteo, Hornellsville, Jasper, and if you live in any of these areas, you are asked by officials in Steuben County to stay off the roads, stay out of any flooded areas. Now, under the state of emergency, no travel is allowed. Emergency travel only. Also, the Office of Emergency Management says do not call 911 unless you absolutely have an emergency on your hands. This state of emergency will be in effect until further notice. And with all of this flooding that has been going on across the area, we're going to send it right over to Chief Meteorologist Joe Veras for the very latest on this developing situation. Joe, what is happening out there?
Well, first and foremost, thoughts and prayers going out to everyone impacted by the flooding tonight. It was historic in some areas, hard to comprehend, but Tuscarora Creek rising so rapidly, people only had minutes to take action. In fact, it was a record-breaking crest for tonight, and it crested over 14 feet. I'll share that graphic with you here momentarily.
There's a lot of cleaning up that needs to be done. She says the community has been helping her. They have stepped in and they have started to help her clean up. She says the worst part is she literally just opened up this business about a month ago. So it's the month anniversary of her business opening, and this is what she is experiencing here tonight. She says that she'll be here all night cleaning up and sort of helping restore her business and getting things back in order. But she says it's only honestly going to take her a couple of months to sort of get her business back up and running. So that's the latest here in Woodhull. I'm Marsha Gustin reporting live at the scene. Back to you, Nick.
And welcome back. We continue to our coverage of the severe flooding that happened earlier this evening across portion of our viewing area. This impressive video in all the wrong ways out of the Jasper area. You can see just how swiftly that water was moving, enough to push debris downstream, and it was going right through people's yards, overflowing the banks of Tuscarora Creek.
All right, Joe, thank you very much. We're back here live in Woodhull. We're on Main Street, just on the south side of the Tuscarora Creek. We've got the bridge here behind me. I don't know how well you can see because it is really dark out here, but this is the Woodhull Post Office. The door is ajar and there's some debris spilling out of the door. I'm going to try to get out of the way to see if you can see a little bit better. It's kind of behind the blue postal box there, but the door is ajar and debris just spilling out. And if we pan over to the left just a little bit, you can actually see the USPS postal van just covered in mud. There are tree branches and debris just stuck under that brush. And we were at Lynn's Main Street Market and Deli just a couple of minutes ago. We're actually right outside the business right next door, which is Katie Estates Catering. We're told that the owners of this business just opened. The owner chatted with us for just a minute. They said they just opened. This business was their life's passion. They poured their life's work into this business, and it has been heavily damaged. You can see through the windows all of the tables and chairs just strewn about, pushed by that floodwater. When we were in that deli just a couple of minutes ago, the counter where you would, check out, you'd buy your snacks, your ice cream, your soda, so about waist high, you could see the water came up as high as that counter, just mud everywhere, all of their inventory pushed off the shelves onto the ground. The cleanup efforts here are already underway. Just in the past few minutes, we've seen people pulling up with their pickup trucks, their gators, checking in on their neighbors, saying, what can I do to help? How can we get started on this? As these floors are just completely covered in mud and water. This is not going to be an easy thing to clean up.